Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting shortly. If you could please silence your cell phones and please find a seat. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting shortly. If you could please silence your cell phones and find a seat. Thank you.
Hello? Can I get your attention? Can everyone please start having your seat and we're going to get started? I should have took a drink of water before.
Oh, shit. Do you want me to get you one?
No, that's okay.
No? There's mine. If you want to have a drink of mine, if
We
you want
just sit down, right? Because they're going to start this. Yeah.
I can go grab you one real quick.
No, no, no.
future career, sir.
That's what that patch means to you?
Serve and protect, sir.
I cannot hear you.
To serve and protect, sir.
What does that arrowhead stand for?
Sir, I'm not sure, sir.
Are you not sure or you don't know?
Sir, I don't know, sir.
I think you're full of excuses.
What have you done to prepare yourself to be here today?
Ma'am, I studied math.
What?
How certain are you that you looked over your uniform and there's no threads, ropes, anything hanging off your uniform? How certain? I'm not certain, sir.
Get down and start pushing. Go. You want to do the academy? Let's go. Stand up. Breathe down here. You have fun, man. Let's go. That isn't even a push-up. Start over. Let's go.
Appearance is on point at all times, sir. Did you spit on me? Sir, yes, sir. And you're good with that? No, sir. So you can't apologize? I am sorry, sir. Really? Yes, sir. It's sir, yes, sir. Back on your face, sir, yes, sir. Start pushing. Sir, I put the polish on the horse, sir. His dad is up there. Oh, dad's here? Dad's here. And you're acting like a little baby. Does he work? You know what? Why don't we just take these off right now? Does he work for you? Sir, yes, sir. I'm sure he's so proud. Yeah. How about we just cover these up? We'll just pretend like you don't work for Ontario. How about Candy doesn't work for Ontario anymore? Take the name off. We're gonna go ahead and peel these off. We're gonna embarrass Pop. We're gonna embarrass those. We'll throw those away. All right. You don't deserve to wear those.
No, the BT program! I do not know the BT program! Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain seated and withhold your applause as we present to you the graduates of the 225th Basic Academy. We got quite the crowd tonight. The training division is very proud to present Class 225. Good evening. I'm excited to welcome you all here to the 225th Basic Academy graduation. My name is Julie Landon, and I'm the captain of the Frank Bland Regional Training Center. The video you watched earlier was from the morning of September 27th, 2021. 50 trainees met for the first time. What you see here tonight are 35 of them who overcame obstacles, stayed committed, and worked together as a team to stand here tonight. I know I speak for all of them when I say thank you for your support. If it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be here tonight. I would now like you to stand with me as I invite up Pastor Diego Mesa from the Abundant Living Family Church to give the invocation. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and move on. Please remain standing as we honor our nation's flag. Sergeant Matt Gordon, present the colors. Please place your right hand over your heart and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Our Basic Academy program is hosted by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department and San Bernardino Valley College. However, there are a number of special guests here tonight who support us in what we do, and I would like to recognize them now. Representing the Azusa Police Department, Acting Chief Rocky Winrick. Representing the California Department of Public Health, Chief Benson Yee. Representing the Claremont Police Department, Chief Aaron Fate. Representing the Corona Police Department, Captain Adam Rolston. Representing the Fontana Police Department, Chief Billy Green. Representing the Ontario Police Department, Chief Mike Lorenz. Representing the Placentia Police Department, Chief Brad Butts. Representing the Redlands Police Department, Chief Chris Catron. Representing the Rialto Police Department, Chief Mark Kling. Representing the Riverside Police Department, Chief Larry Gonzalez. Representing the San Bernardino Police Department, Interim Chief David Green. Representing the West Covina Police Department, Captain Ken Plunkett. Representing the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, District Attorney Jason Anderson. Representing the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, 5th District, Joe Baca Jr. Representing the California Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, the Regional Manager for our Academy, Senior Consultant Matthew Odine. Representing the San Bernardino Valley College Academy Co-Director, Paul Dennis. Representing the San Bernardino Valley College Dean of Social Science, Physical Education, and Criminal Justice Division, Dr. Wallace Johnson. Representing Sheriff Council, Council Member Mike Rademacher. Also attending is retired Assistant Sheriff Gary Huff from the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. We would also like to ask the members of the San Bernardino County Grand Jury to stand to be recognized. Representing the Office of the Sheriff of San Bernardino County, Shannon Dykes. Under Sheriff Horace Boatwright. Assistant Sheriff Robert Wickham. Assistant Sheriff Sam Fisk. And the executive staff. Lastly, I would like to introduce to you the Academy Tactical staff who were directly involved in the daily activities of Class 225. From the West Covina Police Department, Guest Tactical Officer, Officer Grace Cruz. Deputy Ariel Curtis. Deputy Kevin Pope. Deputy Jeremy Spinney. Deputy David McDermott. Corporal George Anagnostopoulos. Corporal Walter Peraza. And the coordinator of our basic academy, Sergeant Kevin Fries. I would also like to thank the West Covina Police Department for providing us a guest tactical officer. Like I mentioned, it was 6 months ago, Class 225 lined up in the PT field at the training center, having little to no idea what challenges they were going to face over the next 24 weeks. But what we do know is that they all had the same goal in mind, to join the law enforcement department or career. Throughout the academy, their experience, they learned that law enforcement is just more than enforcing the laws. It's also about doing the right thing for the right reasons when no one's looking. It's about being involved in the communities. It's about protecting, serving, treating others with respect. It's being there to comfort those in the time of their greatest needs. Tonight, we celebrate the success of 35 graduates who successfully achieved their class motto, one team, one fight. And now, here to tell you more about our Basic Academy and what the graduating class had to do to be here tonight is Lieutenant Matthew Collins.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening. The primary mission of Basic Academy training is to prepare students mentally, morally, and physically to advance into a field training program, assume the responsibilities, and execute the duties of a peace officer in society. Since 1973, the Frank Bland Regional Training Center has produced thousands of the best trained law enforcement officers in the state of California. In this graduating class, there are officers from 13 different law enforcement agencies. Over the past 6 months, they received training on nearly 41 different learning domains from nearly 100 experts and evaluators. In the classroom, they covered topics such as patrol tactics, gangs, investigations, evidence, criminal law, ethics, leadership, cultural awareness, and community policing. They had to apply the information they learned in the classroom to practical scenarios. These scenarios simulate real-life situations and problems they will have to handle and solve as law enforcement officers. Aside from the academic portion, the Basic Academy program consists of 2 additional components, skills and physical training. The skills component requires the trainees to be proficient in defensive tactics, firearms, and emergency vehicle operations. The physical training component requires the trainees to successfully complete a rigorous and diverse physical fitness program designed to increase their strength, endurance, speed, and agility. The goal of our program is to instill the idea of lifetime fitness into each trainee. In addition to the obvious physical benefits, the Lifetime Fitness program also reinforces the values of teamwork, perseverance, overcoming adversity, and the mindset of never, ever giving up. Our Basic Academy program is run by an elite group of tactical officers that possess the talent and commitment to train the future of law enforcement. They are mentors for the trainees and administer our Academy's structured discipline program. Beginning on day 1, the trainees learn there are no excuses, and each of them are responsible and accountable for the class's successes and failures. It is this added stress which helps develop them into professional law enforcement officers who can handle the pressure and demands of this chosen career. The tactical officers demand excellence in everything the trainees do. They hold them accountable to our Academy's motto, look, act, and be professional. After completing the skills component, the physical training component, comprehensive exams covering 18 different learning domains, a first aid and CPR exam, and a report writing exam, I am proud to say the graduates of Class 225 have met all academic requirements. Great job and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium Paul Dennis, the co-director from San Bernardino Valley College, to give us a more detailed understanding of the Academy's academic program.
Thank you, Lieutenant Collins, and good evening. On behalf of the San Bernardino Community College Board of Trustees, Chancellor Diana Rodriguez, and San Bernardino Valley College Interim President Scott Thayer, I extend my congratulations to the graduates of Class 225 and to all of the families and friends that are here celebrating this occasion with them this evening. To the men and women of this graduating class, I commend you for your perseverance, for your determination, and for your commitment. I know all too well that the journey was not simple, but you made it, and for that we applaud you. partnership between the San Bernardino Valley College and the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has existed for over 50 years. This long-standing partnership does so much to serve our community by providing outstanding educational pathways for so many law enforcement professionals throughout the region. All of tonight's graduates have successfully completed 24 weeks of intensive training and have received 36.5 community college units, 12 of which are transferable to the California State University system and can be used towards earning your 4-year degree. Despite the demands of your chosen profession, I encourage all of you to continue your college education and commit to being lifelong learners. To succeed professionally, higher education often provides the edge that will allow you to keep pace with the ever-changing competitive environment that we live in. It's been my professional experience that when applying for promotions and specialized assignments, higher education assists in opening doors for you that would otherwise be quite difficult to open. Each of you should be extremely proud of your successful completion of this outstanding academy. I assure you, everyone here this evening that supported you throughout your journey are very proud of what you've achieved. Stay true to the lessons learned, and all the best to each and every one of you as you embark on your law enforcement career. May God bless each of you, and please, in all that you do, stay safe. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you a video presentation that's going to show you the great experience that your loved ones have had over the last 24 weeks. So please, point your eyes to the screen and enjoy this video.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
You have control over your mind. You just have to assert it. You have to decide that you are going to be in control, that you are going to do what you want to do. Weakness doesn't get a vote. Laziness doesn't get a vote. Everyone wants some life hack that eliminates the need to do the work, but that does not exist. No, you have to do the work. You've got to hold the line. You've got to make it happen.
Handling business. Let's finish it. We taking no prisoners, yeah, we winning it. We winning it. No more dreaming and wishing it. Now my team is living it. There's nobody stopping us, we out here getting it. Let's get it. I'm bringing the energy, we got the firepower. I pray for my enemies, it's your final hour. Been down in the trenches, coming up off the benches. I'm shooting my shot, straight to the top, yeah, we swinging for the fences. This is the new wave, you done let a beast out of the cage, and they about to feel the rage, cause we on the rampage. We put in the work every day, we came to play, so get out the way. We on the rampage, this is the stage, where history's made, and they about to feel the rage, cause we on the rampage. We kicking in the door, and we laying it down on the floor. It's a game of who wanted more, who gotta take what's yours. Wait around for what? I'm turning my savage up. Turn it up. Face it, they ain't on the same level as us. Let's keep it a buck. This is the new wave. You done let a beast out of the cage, and they about to feel the rage, cause we on the rampage. We put in the work every day. We came came to play, so get out the way. We on a rampage. This is the stage where history's made. They about to feel the rage, 'cause we on a rampage. Real, recognize real. Only deal with the facts. Steel sharpens all steel. Now it's no turning back. We're stronger together. We live for pressure. It's right now or never. Now we on a rampage. We put in the work every day. We came to play, so get out the way. We on a rampage. This is the stage where history's made. They about to feel the rage, 'cause we on a rampage. We on a rampage. We came to play. Now we on a rampage.
Looks like a lot of fun, huh? I take great pride in introducing a 30-year veteran of law enforcement and a proud graduate of the 106th session of our Basic Academy, the Sheriff of our great county, Shannon Dykes.
Good evening, everyone. So Pastor Diego texted me, said he's on a Zoom call with God, and he asked me to make sure that nobody wearing a badge or nobody in his house tonight will leave without being prayed over. So please bow your heads for me. Dear Lord, we're bringing you 35 public servants to serve out their fellow man and to serve your will. Lord, please put your armor over them. Please clear their minds. Please let them know when compassion's the answer and when they need to strike down evil, that their swords are swift. In Jesus' name, thank you for your protection. Amen. Everyone, I am so honored tonight to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker, the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools, began his 4-year term as the county's 34th superintendent after being elected to office in June of 2014. He ran for the county's lead educational seat unopposed in 2018 and began his second 4-year term in January of 2019. With more than 3 decades of experience in public education, he has served in several positions at the school site and district levels, including Assistant Superintendent of Business Services in Yucaipa-Calamasa Joint Unified School District. He joined the county schools in 2008 and as the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, and later was appointed to Deputy Superintendent, overseeing all operations of the organization. As county and superintendent, he works collaboratively with educators, families, and other agencies and stakeholders to provide advocacy, leadership, and services on behalf of more than 406,000 K-12 students attending public schools in our county. He is a retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel serving since 1984. He received his associate's degree in administrative management from the Community College of the Air Force and his bachelor's degree in public administration and his master's in educational administration from Cal State University, San Bernardino. Tonight, I'd like to introduce our county superintendent of schools, a friend of law enforcement, and a fantastic protector to our most precious resource, and that's our children, Ted Alejandre.
What a wonderful evening tonight. It's such a privilege to be here on this special occasion. So good evening, everyone. Sheriff Dykes, Chief of Police, sheriffs, and departments, executive staff, academy training staff, family members, friends, and Academy Class 225. Our county in San Bernardino has 33 school districts, over 406,000 students. And I want to thank Sheriff Dykes and the entire team, the Sheriff's Department, and all the other law enforcement agencies for not only protecting our communities, but especially our students in K-12 across San Bernardino County. Thank you so much. On September 9th, 2021, Class 225 came together, not knowing each other or what the future held for them. Class 225 is graduating 16 deputy sheriffs and 19 police officers. You represent the counties of San Bernardino, Riverside, and Los Angeles. Quickly, you became one team, as your motto states, one team, one fight. Your academy instructors helped shape your transition from being a civilian to becoming a law enforcement officer. During the academy, you received instruction, as was mentioned, on self-defense tactics, emergency vehicle operations, life-saving, crowd control, probable cause, and many other law enforcement-related curriculum. You were also instructed on community concepts, ethics, cultural diversity, and service to your department and to your community. Each of you were selected by your departments because of your ability and professionalism to do this very important job. Policing is about protecting our communities, building relationships, and providing the best service possible. And I know from all the law enforcement working in our schools, they do their very best to develop those relationships. And I have to tell you, today, in the last couple of days, I was listening to over 200 students in our county-wide student advisory group. And they select topics of their interest, including safety, including health, education, and the economy. We had Sheriff's Department's representative on the panel where the students presented them with their recommendations on how to keep our schools safe. And there was several presentations on safety, and what our high school students said, it was so important for them to have law enforcement on their campuses to protect the students at all of our schools. And what they said they experienced with our law enforcement officers is the interest of all the officers to develop that relationship with students so that students can trust the officers, can go to them when there's problems, can really feel that there's protection there to ensure the safety of all of our students. We've seen what happened in other parts of the country, and we know that our students are protected by the officers that serve our schools, many of you, which will have those in opportunities as you move forward in your career. Because you put on your uniform every day to what you have chosen to do, putting others before yourself. This is a noble calling that not many can do or will choose for their career. Your leadership ability will be key. How you present yourself with your peer group and your assignments will challenge you to do better. Leaders help themselves and others to do the right things. They set direction, build an inspiring vision, and create something new. You all have taken an oath that not many are willing to take. Be proud of yourself and your profession. You have worked hard to reach that milestone. Wear your uniform proudly. Shine your badge and honor its meaning. It's 34 years in the Air Force. The uniform meant everything to me as to many other military members in our country. Be proud of that. It represents strength of character, resilience, integrity, honor, dedication, and sacrifice. For this reason, you will be held to a higher standard because of the responsibility that comes along with that important badge you have. During your career, you will attend many trainings. Some will be patrol-related, investigative, court testimony, or physical and mental health. As was mentioned earlier, I would also recommend that you continue your education and remain lifelong learners within your profession. Explore what your department provides and what is available at our schools of higher education, some of the best in the country. There are many areas of study you can choose from that will help enhance your career and help you develop excellent service to your community. In all of our schools, we have a guidance that every district follows through our Cradle to Career Roadmap. It really sets the key indicators of success for all of our students, from 0 to 5, K-12, and post-secondary. And we're so proud of those individuals once they start working on their plan the day after high school graduation. And now when your careers are starting, continue that lifelong learning effort. Do things you want to move forward with because it will help you so much throughout your career. We believe there's a future sheriff or chief of police within Class 225. Also, know you will have the ongoing support of the many people who have helped you reach this stage of your life. Your recruiters, background investigators, and academy training staff, as well as your family and friends. As I learned from my own experience in the Air Force, if you always strive to make them proud, you will in return serve your department and your community and yourself with honor. And to the family and friends here today, support these graduates. They have entered a challenging profession. They will always need your counsel, your support, your guidance, and always your love. To Sheriff Dicus and the chiefs of police, please guide these men and women as they serve our community. Give them the training and the tools to be successful. To Class 225, I ask that you watch over each other. Keep in touch with your classmates, and never forget your training. And what we always do when we talk to adults out in the community, once those individuals have reached their successful points in their career, always be a mentor to others. Share your best practices. Continue having those dialogues and discussions that will not only support your colleagues, but support everyone you're around. Stay safe and return home to your loved ones following each and every shift. In closing, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to address you this day. And I congratulate Class 225, one team, one fight. Congratulations.
Thank you, Superintendent Alejandre. And now, Sergeant Fries will share with you some of the accomplishments of Class 225.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening. Our training center recognizes the importance of balancing family, career, and community in a law enforcement officer's life. In order to keep that balance, our academy offers a family support program. This support program offers spouses and family members an orientation class to give the family members of our trainees a glimpse into academy life and their transition into the challenging and very rewarding career of law enforcement. We also encourage the trainees to become actively involved in the communities they're about to serve. In the past 6 months, Class 225 participated in numerous community events, including Ontario 5K Reindeer Run. The class participated in a 5K run through the streets of downtown Ontario. They were able to raise and donate over $1,400 to help Ontario and Montclair youth towards a college education. The class collected over 250 toys and donated them to the Sheriff's Department Crimes Against Children Division and the Children's Assessment Center. The toys they collected and donated went directly to the children and families of children who have been victimized. Class 225 participated in Christmas at the Academy, donating $500 worth of gifts to at-risk and foster children. In addition to these gifts, the children were able to enjoy a holiday movie, entertainment, and food. Class 225 went to Palm Elementary School to lift the children's spirits during Christmas by reading to them and donating $250 worth of books. The class then coordinated and organized a charity 5K run where they raised over $16,000. Yeah, a lot of money. For police officer Kayleen Swift from the Riverside Police Department, who is a recent graduate of Class 223, who is currently battling cancer. Class 225 also participated in the 7th annual No Shave November, hosted by Loma Linda University Health. In addition to growing some sweet stashes, the class raised and donated about $400 to raise to fight against cancer. We're not done yet. The class donated about $2,900 to Susan G. Komen, whose mission is to research and save lives for breast cancer patients. And finally, this class organized a class charity golf tournament to raise money for their chosen nonprofit organization, Megan's Wings. Megan's Wings, helps navigate pediatric cancer families through their journeys. Their mission is to improve the care and quality of life for children with cancer and offer support to their families. Here are Officer Tony Lozano and Deputy Lilybeth Garcia Padilla to present a check in the amount of $24,000 to Megan's Wings co-founder, Kim Savage.
Wow, I'm just blown away. I am just blown away by the amount that this class has raised. I'm just so humbled to be here, and we are so proud to be able to support our community in this way. Megan's Wings, my husband and I started Megan's Wings 17 years ago after we lost our daughter Megan to leukemia, and we struggled in emotionally and financially even when we had to leave the state for treatment. And so we started Megan's Wings to be able to help other families going through similar circumstances. And we help families financially. We pay bills. We help them with rent, utilities, gas and groceries. We have a gas assistance program, which is so important right now because our gas prices are so high. So this $24,000 is going to go a long way to help families right here in the Inland Empire, families that when parents have to take time off work to care for their child and they can't pay those bills. So I just want to thank Class 225. You guys are amazing. We were able to go to the golf tournament. They put on a fantastic golf tournament. And this is an amazing group of young men and women that are going to serve our community well. Congratulations again, and thank you so much for selecting Megan's Wings to benefit from your charity, your fundraising.
Thank you, Kim. So before moving on to the next set of awards here, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize the exceptional performance of Class 225 as a whole. This class of 35 graduates were able to come together as a team, unite for the better good of their communities, lend a helping hand to fellow officers in need, and raise the most money for charity that we've ever seen for an academy class, let alone 35 students. You should be very proud, one, for raising this amazing group. Over the course of the past 24 weeks, Class 225 has raised a total of $45,450 for charity. That's a lot of money. So while all the graduates deserve recognition, a few of the trainees have distinguished themselves through exceptional performance and will receive special achievement awards. Recognizing the difficulty of our academic program, the first achievement award is presented to the student whose academic average was the highest in the class. This trainee's total academic average was 94.33%. This award is presented to Officer Daniel Gomez Ceja, Ontario Police Department. The next award is the Tactical Officers Award. This award is presented by the tactical staff to the trainee they feel put forth the greatest amount of effort and reflected the highest degree of commitment. This award is based on perseverance and motivation. The recipient is Deputy Austin DeCude. And Mac. The next award is the Physical Fitness Award. This award is given to the trainee who arrived at the academy physically prepared and excelled in physical training sessions, as well as physical fitness assessments and testing. The recipient is Officer Michael Dean. Our next award is given for outstanding proficiency in firearms training. Each trainee fired close to 3,000 rounds from their handgun, rifle, and shotgun. Many of the shooting exercises required target accuracy under strict time constraints. This trainee excelled in speed and accuracy during daily drills, shooting competitions, and timed exams. This graduate had the highest range scores in the class, achieving a score of 100%. Woo. This award is presented to Investigator Abraham Velez. The next award, the Honor Graduate, is given to the trainee whose overall grades in all aspects of the Academy program makes them #1 in the class. While this trainee may not have been rated as the top achiever in all categories, their combined scores in academics, physical training, firearms, and scenario exercises makes them #1 overall. The recipient is Officer Michael Dean. The Honor Graduate Award includes a special presentation by the Sheriff's Council. The Sheriff's Council is comprised of community members dedicated to the support of our department, its members, its training, and our law enforcement mission. This presentation will be made by Sheriff's Council member Mr. Mike Rademacher.
Most of my speech was given by others already, so I'll get a little bit shorter. I'd like to kind of take a moment and probably thank all the people that have attended today's ceremony, not just the graduating class, but the moms, the dads, the brothers, the sisters, the aunts, the uncles, and probably the other law enforcement officers. Without your support, the class of 225 would not make it tonight. So let's give all of you a big hand, please. The Sheriff Council is a group of local professional businesses that are here to support you, not just the graduating class of 225, but all the police officers and organizations around the county and the state. We are the silent majority that are here to make sure that you are supported. It doesn't mean that every time you see a video camera, it's the enemy. The video camera might be held by a friend to make sure that you are protected. Many times today, we assume that everybody's against you, but I hope you know that the majority of us are with you. In your deepest and sorrow times in which you're scared or not sure what's going on, when somebody's accusing you of what you've done, remember, everybody in this room has your back. Everybody on the street, with the exception of a few, have your back. Our award, which is a new Ruger 357-38 Special stainless steel revolver, as you all know, is going to a very special officer. Guess what? Michael Dean. Take a look at this sucker here. There we go. Do you have anything to say? Let's see if he can speak.
I'll be really honest, I was shocked. You know, all our tax staff back here, they did a great job with us. They pushed us hard from the beginning to end. You know, Austin Deku, some of my boys, Velez, like, we were doing stuff on the weekends. We were doing Spartan races and, you know, just trying to better ourselves. And I'm honestly really shocked right now. And I want to thank all you guys and all my family for coming out. But, yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you, Mr. Rademacher, Sheriff's Counsel. Thank you, Michael. All right, the final award is given to the president of the graduating class. This trainee is chosen by their classmates as representing the professional demeanor and characteristics necessary for a successful law enforcement career. The class president is also responsible for giving the student address. The recipient of the award is Investigator Abraham Velez.
Good evening. I'm blessed and honored to be the class sergeant of Class 225. We started with 50, and now we have 35 that are graduating. I would like to start by thanking Sheriff Dykes for trusting us to continue the legacy of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Academy. I would also like to thank my chief, Chief Yee, for giving me the honor to come to this great academy. I would also like to thank all of the families, friends, and loved ones who supported all of these great men and women, because without your support, we would not be here today. All the long nights, the memos, the boot shining, I'm sure you all got really tired of that because we did too. But that led up to this day. To my wife, Jessica, and my son, Jeremiah, thank you. You guys are what pushed me to be here. Jeremiah, Dad loves you. I love you, buddy. To the tactical officers, Deputy Curtis, thank you for all your hard work and for pushing us to be better. Deputy Pope, you kept us in line and made sure we were professional at all times. Deputy Spinney, you were a great example of what a law enforcement officer should be. Corporal Massetti, you kept us in shape with those X-Men, and you kept us in line. Officer Cruz, you showed us what it means to be a good partner and pushed us to be better. Retired Sergeant Martinez, your words of encouragement kept us going through the hard times. Deputy Chapman, you're a great example of what a strong law enforcement officer is. Officer Rogers, your training prepared us for the days to come. Deputy McDermott, you led by example and you made us better. Corporal Peraza, you always kept us going when the hard times came and when we needed that extra push. Corporal Anagnostopoulos, you made sure we stayed together as a class and you led us as a team. Sergeant Koonsman, Squad 2's original squad leader, you set the bar and you never settled for anything less. Thank you, Sergeant Koonsman. And finally, Sergeant Fries, you are what a leader should be. You were professional 100% of the time, and you led us to success. Please give a hand to our tactical staff. So you get 35 individuals in a class, and it's not easy. There's a lot of personalities. There's a lot of different people from different backgrounds. But this is a very special class. I was told that from day one, and once I got to know these amazing men and women, I saw what it was really about. This is an amazing class. I've never seen so many men and women come together for each other. Beyond the academy, beyond the departments, they were always there for each other. Please give it up for Class 225. Our time in the academy was not easy. We had our ups and downs. It's easy to be the class sergeant of a class when there are so many natural leaders. You can point to anyone in this class, and they could easily be up here and do just as good a job, if not better than I did. On day 2, Corporal Anagostopoulos talked to us. He said something that resonated with me. He said, "This is a job, but it's not who you are. When they talk about you, law enforcement should not be the first thing they say. It's who you are as a person, a father, a mother, a brother, a friend, and more. This uniform does not make you the person you are. It's the man and the woman underneath the uniform. That's what makes this class special." I was trying to think about what to talk about, and it was actually very simple. The darkness and the light. The darkness keeps things hidden. It hides what does not want to be exposed. The darkness cannot live where the light is. In a world that's getting darker, the light is needed now more than ever. These men and women have chosen to be that light in the darkness. You may not be wanted, you may be ridiculed, you may not get the respect you deserve, but you chose this profession, and you are the light in the darkness. I'll finish with 3 quotes that will pertain to you at some point of your career. The first one is from Isaiah 6:8. It's one of my favorite Bible verses. It's only 5 words, and it says, "Send me, here I am." God needed someone to go out and do his work. And it wouldn't be easy, and he could have not answered the call, but he did. He answered and he said, "Send me, here I am." You all have answered the call, and you all have said, "Send me," so be ready. My second quote is, "The best view comes after the hardest climb." As a class, we have to run the senior peak, and the climb seems hard. During the climb, there are times that you want to quit, or you may want to go back down. But when you keep going, you make it to the top. There will be times in your career that the climb will be tough. You may want to quit or stop, but always remember, the best view comes after the hardest climb. My last quote is one that you will be faced with at some point in your career. We all have heard that officers are heroes. We run towards gunfire when everybody else is running away, and all that's great. But bravery is something that few understand. You will be scared at times, and that's okay. But remember this quote when you feel scared or you question yourself. Bravery is not the absence of fear, but action in the face of fear. Always remember, Class 225, one team, one fight.
Sergeant Fries, prepare the class for graduation. It is now my pleasure to introduce Chief Mike Lorenz from the Ontario Police Department, who will administer the Code of Ethics.
Class, 24 weeks ago today, you received your first class in training, which addressed the basic principles of law enforcement. This included the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics. As you are about to graduate, we ask that you dedicate yourselves to these ideals that you are about to affirm. Ready? Class, begin.
As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve mankind, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all men to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all, maintain courageous calm in the face of dangerous scorn or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others, honest in thought and deed in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the laws of the land and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature, or that is confided to me in my official capacity, will be kept ever secret, unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duties. I will never act fictitiously or permit personal feelings animosities or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. I recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust, to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of the police service. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals, dedicating myself before God to my chosen profession, law enforcement.
Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear
that I will be ever faithful.
that I will be ever faithful
to the precepts embodied
to the precepts embodied
in the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
in the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations and be safe.
Thank you, Chief Lorenz. I will now turn the program over to Deputy David McDermott, who will present the graduates.
Good evening. Before we get started, I would like to ask the members who will be assisting with this presentation to make their way to the right side of the stage, and when your name is called, to please come up to the stage. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce the graduates of Class 225. The first graduate is a member of the Azusa Police Department, and Acting Police Chief Rocky Wenrick will make the presentation. Officer Brandon Sands from the Azusa Police Department is the brother-in-law of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Brandon Espinoza. Our next graduate is a member of the California Department of Public Health, and Chief Benson Yee will make the presentation. Officer Rule Velez from the California Department of Correction and Rehabilitation is the father of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was Class Sergeant and the Class Bugler, Investigator Abraham Velez. Our next graduate is a member of the Claremont Police Department, and Police Chief Aaron Fate will make the presentation. Officer Joshua Washington. Our next graduates are members of the Corona Police Department, and Captain Adam Rulson will make the presentation. Officer Joshua Chang. Sergeant Max Kunzman from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is a mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Joshua Dominac. Our next graduate is a member of the Fontana Police Department, and Police Chief Billy Green will make the presentation. Deputy Elisa Lozano from the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department is the sister of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Tony Lozano. Our next graduate is a member of the Ontario Police Department, and Police Chief Mike Lorenz will make the presentation. Deputy Jeffrey Dean from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is uncle of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was a class guidon bearer, Officer Michael Dean. Sergeant Jason Gandy from the Ontario Police Department is the father of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer James Gandy. Deputy Adrian Sanchez from the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department is a mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Daniel Seja. Our next graduate is a member of the Placentia Police Department, and Police Chief Brad Butts will make the presentation. Deputy Brianna Chapman from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is a mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Sergio Mendoza. Our next graduate is a member of the Redlands Police Department, and Police Chief Chris Catron will make the presentation. Officer Jameson Yu from the Redlands Police Department is a mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Cheyenne Badaki. Our next graduate is a member of the Rialto Police Department. Police Chief Mark Kling will make the presentation. Deputy Ariel Curtis from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is a mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was the class administrative officer, Officer Alyssa Burke. Our next graduates are members of the Riverside Police Department, and Police Chief Larry Gonzalez will make the presentation. Retired Sergeant Jay Greenstein from the Riverside Police Department is a mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Cindy Lozano Guy. Thank you, sir. Officer David Lim from the Explorer Program Coordinator from the Riverside Police Department is the mentor of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Officer Christopher Oakes. Detective William McWiggin from the Riverside Police Department is the brother of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 5, Officer Jesse Ramirez. Our next graduate is a member of the San Bernardino Police Department, and Interim Police Chief David Green will make the presentation. Deputy Jonathan Milleres from the Riverside County Sheriff Department is a cousin of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 3, Officer Hector Victorio. Our next graduates are members of the West Covina Police Department, and Captain Ken Plutkett will make the presentation. Corporal Chris Polygonis from the West Covina Police Department is the mentor of the next 3 graduates and will assist with all 3 presentations. Officer Michael Chang. Officer Stephen De La Fuente. You got to say hi. Officer Daniel Gonzalez. Our next graduates are members of the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department, and Sheriff Shannon Dykes will make the presentations. Corporal Peter Argueta and Officer Carol Argueta from the Los Angeles Police Department are the parents of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Deputy Kevin Argueta. Deputy Evelyn Cortez. Retired Sergeant Kevin DeQ from the California Highway Patrol and retired Sergeant Casey DeQ from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department are the parents of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 2 and the Class K-9 handler, Deputy Austin DeQ. Deputy Ariel Curtis from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department was also the mentor of this next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Deputy Alyssa DiGiuseppe. Lieutenant Randy German from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is the mentor of this next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Deputy Tyler Edwards. Deputy Jeremy Spinney from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is a mentor of this next graduate and will assist with this presentation. This graduate was the leader of Squad 6 and the class treasurer, Deputy Lilibeth Garcia. Deputy Samantha Godino Rivas. Deputy Herman Wazo. Deputy Alberto Lucas. Corporal Walter Peraza from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department was the mentor of this next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Deputy Elias Mendoza. This graduate was the leader of Squad 4, Deputy Alexis Salazar. Deputy Gavin Reyes. Deputy Gilberto Serrano. Deputy Andreas Trujillo. Officer Paul Turner from the Upland Police Department is the father of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Deputy Tyler Turner. Homicide Detective Michelle Durio from the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department is the mother of the next graduate and will assist with this presentation. Deputy Lloyd Wilson. Thank you, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain seated as the graduates prepare for their final formation and dismissal. Following their dismissal, we ask that you meet your graduates outside. This will conclude our ceremony. Thank you and have a good evening.
This is your badge. It was lifeless, made of metal. A die has stamped it from rough stock, shaped it in traditional design, and inscribed the word police. It has been plated and polished, sold for profit. Now it's yours. It is a symbol of Americanism. It is law, order, justice, and freedom. It is the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, E pluribus unum, the Pledge of Allegiance. The badge lives. It is a courageous defender. Brave, noble, wise, and strong. It laughs and cries, knows fear and tragedy. It represents fairness, honesty, dependability. Possession of it transforms you from citizen to sentinel, guardian of the safety and welfare of others. Display it with dignity. Wear it with pride. Stand tall behind it. Defend its principles and emulate the qualities it represents. Treasure it, polish it, keep it gleaming. The reflection of the badge is one of hope, peace, and security. Respect your badge, and others will too.